What's up, YouTube? Kilthy here. Welcome to my very first Outriders upload. I'm so excited for this game. As the title says, we are going to show you guys how to best solo the Coup de Grace Accolade, which is a tough one to solo. Obviously, a lot easier to do if you're in a group. The Accolade is, it basically states that you have to kill an enemy with 4 status effects applied to them, which makes it a very tough one to solo. But we did it anyway. Before we get into that, let me just invite you guys to come over and hang out with us on Twitch. I've got the link in the description to my channel. We stream every day, 7:30 Central till whenever. We're all about the grind. We're all about being a completionist in this game. So if you guys are enjoying the game as much as we are, you'll be a perfect fit for our community, and I look forward to having you guys. A couple things before I tell you guys how I did this. There's a couple things you need to know. There's only 2 classes that really can do this in the demo as far as soloing, and that would be the Technomancer and the Trickster. So if you're trying to do this on Devastator, I'm not really sure if that's possible. I haven't really tried, so that's on you guys. And the Pyromancer, due to the fact that it doesn't have its burning rounds yet, I don't know that you'd be able to solo this with either the Devastator or the Pyromancer at this point. The only way that you can really do this in solo, there's a couple things. You have to have a certain type of weapon, and you have to have, obviously, the class, and you have to do it on the captain in the Terra Inferna. Now, you might be able to do it on the Vanguard, but the captain in the Terra Inferno, because of the breachers that spawn with him, that's what allowed us to actually solo this. So I'm going to show you where I did it. I'm going to show you how I did it. We're going to go through it step by step, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how to accomplish this as a solo, just to say that you did. So let's jump right into it, guys. Okay, guys, so I'm going to head to the area where I was actually able to do this, and on the way there, I'm going to tell you some parameters that we need to meet before we actually are able to solo this. So the 2 guns that I used were the Migraine and the Grim Marrow, and the reason I used those 2 guns is because the Grim Marrow applies to slow, which does count as a status effect, and then the Migraine actually adds a bleed, which also counts as another status effect. So that was actually, that's 2 right there just from the guns. The status effects from those guns do not last long, so you want to make sure that those are the last ones that you're applying. You can see I'm here in the Terra Inferno area, right over here in the Shattered Front. You access this by, this is the last part of the story in the demo, essentially. You can get there easily by, just in case you guys don't know, you can get there easily by fast traveling from the camp to the crossroads marker here. Hop across this bridge, and then when you hop across that bridge, you're going to head up, you're going to come out at this tunnel right here, okay? Now, a lot of you guys may know this. I'm just trying to cover it for everybody who may not, or maybe just getting into the game. There's going to be 6 or 7 enemies here. Just wipe those out. You got a couple breachers and some grunts. Don't forget there's a chest right here. And then once you clear that, you're going to get a cogwheel right here to clear a barricade out. Once you clear this barricade, you're going to come around this corner here, and you're going to have a couple guys up here. You're going to have a bunch of guys right here. But here's how we do this, okay? We run here, ignore everybody. We run over here to the right. And then what we want to do, the captain's going to come out of this door, okay? He's going to come out of this door, and he's going to cast one of his powers. Now, there is a little RNG here because it depends on what power he casts, that this could make it a little bit more annoying. Sadly for me, he was casting some of the most annoying ones. He was casting Return from the Ashes and the Frozen Orbs, which I would have to say is probably the 2 most annoying powers he could have cast to try to do this solo. So while we're here, he's gonna pop out of this door. We want to get him to half health, okay? We want to get him past that little marker in his health bar, because while we do the next part, he's going to regen health. So let's go ahead and get him to half health. I had a grenade as a Technomancer, so I threw that, and then I hit him with a couple of these. And the good thing about this is you're gonna have 2 breachers coming up behind you. That's not good, but anyways. There's going to be another breacher that comes out momentarily after the captain. We want to stand here long enough to trigger that breacher to come out while we're getting this guy to half health, okay? So we get the captain to half health. The breacher is now out of the door, okay? So now we have 3 breachers. We have 2 that are going to be right here, and the captain, and then that breacher coming out of the door. We're going to run back to where we cleared this barricade. You're going to leave everybody else alone. And what's going to happen is the captain and the 3 breachers are actually going to run all the way back here and follow you. Now, you do exactly as I'm doing. You're going to want to run around this corner, and you're going to want to get as far back here as you can within this room. And what's going to happen is the 3 breachers are actually they run much faster than the captain. Plus, the captain is periodically casting spells, so he stops to cast those. So he's going to be much slower. So you're going to see the 3 breachers come through this little doorway here, and they're going to run exactly where we ran most of the time. They're going to run right to this back corner, and then they're going to head down this way. Now, the captain, by the time the breachers get about right here, the captain is just going to be entering in this room, okay? So what we're going to do, turn my game volume up there. What we're going to do is we're going to let the breachers run up to us here. Okay, the captain, usually when I did this, would be standing next to this column, okay? So we're going to run this way. He's going to cast something right about this time, and this happened over and over. It took me about 10 to 12 tries to get this. We're going to run back out here, okay? And the reason we're doing this is because we're trying to get the breachers and the captain bottlenecks right here, okay? We want them all right here. The closer that you can get them all right here, the better. The tricky part here is actually less about getting the 4 status effects on them and more about making sure the captain runs over the breachers after they die, because after you kill a breacher, and I was able to do this a lot easier than you probably would with the trickster, because I could throw a grenade, and when I'm soloing, a grenade will kill all 3 breachers. I mean, 1 grenade knocks out all their health. So that'll actually leave 3 flaming areas on the ground for the captain to run over, inflicting him with a burn, which adds a status effect, okay? But to do that, it's a little bit, you got to finesse it. You're going to want to kill the breachers in this area, and then you're going to want to move back a little bit more to make the captain run through that as best you can. And then after that point, I apply blighted rounds to my first weapon. I throw my cryo turret. I shoot him with the blighted rounds, which also is, in this case, is the migraine, which will inflict a bleed, a toxic, and then that will freeze him. And then we have the slow effect here. So we actually have 5 effects that are coming out within a period of a few seconds. And if we did get him to half health, that's why that's crucial. If we were able to get him to half health before we did any of the kiting through here, we can go ahead and knock it out, and then we achieve the accolade. I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did it on stream. I hope you guys enjoy. See you later. Oh yeah, which one are you getting, Sniper? Okay. Secret Labs, yeah, man, I recommend them, dude. I have that. They're awesome. They're awesome. Yes, we got it. Okay, so there you guys go. That's the easiest way that I know how to solo the Coup de Grace Accolade. I'm interested to see if you guys know of a different way that it can be accomplished, or if you maybe even know an easier way, or even if you know that you can maybe do it on the Devastator or the Pyromancer. That would be really interesting to see. So if you have any thing to add, or any questions, or just thoughts in general, I would love to see it in the comments. Let us know. We're going to have some more tutorials on how to farm some different accolades coming up in the future. So please, if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button, and we'll see you next time.